self-serving, persuasive talkers
of everything and nothing.
We are Conversation Con Artists. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. On Point.
And I am Calamity Red.
And we are Conversation Con Artists, back for another episode.
Once again, I would just like to say fuck you to whoever reported our video.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
If you weren't aware, our Facebook stream of the last episode was reported by somebody, it seems, because Facebook took it down. But that made me realize a certain level of things. I'm certain Facebook don't have people combing through everybody's live video. So that means that it got taken down just by word of mouth. Yeah. Like, they couldn't have known what the content was about.
Nope.
Our stream this time was about similar content as last time. Yep. I mean, we talk about the same stuff.
Yep.
We talked about politics. We talked about race. We talked about all of that stuff. That stream is still up.
Yep.
This stream got shut down.
I really think that what happens is somebody reports something. I think they just take it down. I don't think they look at it to see if it actually is offensive or if it's actually going against their terms of service. I think they just take the shit down.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up, because what that means is if somebody want to fuck with you, they can. Like, if they want to just go to your page and just, like, report everything you do, they can do that. So, for those of you who missed it or who were wondering where it was, that's what happened. We have no access to it or the comments or any of that stuff. So, I'm sorry if you missed out on when we actually streamed it, because we really thought that it was going to be available to watch later on. Then it wasn't.
So the plan next time is we're going to stream it on Facebook for the accessibility and the ease of connecting people to it. And we're going to stream it on YouTube for it to be able to stay around.
Because YouTube actually has a process of if something gets reported or if you have like a copyright strike, or they actually have a process in which you can dispute it, and like they don't just delete shit. So, you know, there's that. I just wanted to, I don't think I had addressed it on Instagram, but if y'all don't follow me, you didn't see that shit. And I don't know that we addressed it on the page at all. So if you missed out on the live stream and wondering where it was or where it is, that's where it's at. So
I'm going to need y'all to go check out the website, www.conversationconartists.com, and check out our old episodes and leave us some listener letter feedback. The reason I say old episodes is because that's pretty much all that's on there. Sorry about that, but it's not seeming that a lot of people listen from the website. So I've not been motivated to update it. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on point.
And I can be found at Red_Calamity, both on Twitter and Instagram as well. You okay? You seem like somebody kicked your puppy.
Nope, I just don't got no energy for some reason. I went and shot basketball this week.
Oh, okay.
I'm a 325-pound gentleman that is top heavy, which means my ankles are the size of a man that's 120 pounds. So I used to have a history of twisting my ankles frequently. I bought these shoes called Ectios. If you are a basketball player that twists your ankles, Ectios, they got built-in ankle braces. They got a bumper on the side so you can't twist your ankles. So I got those shoes. So I don't twist my ankles no more, but I hadn't hooped in a long time. And so I'm recovering.
Okay.
I want to start hooping way more frequently because it was fun. It was my required, desired version of exercise.
Oh, okay.
But I hadn't done it in so long that I felt all my bones, felt my ankle. So it's just been kind of rough to roll out the bed for some reason. But you know, they say that's what that after 30 life becomes.
Yeah.
Just waking up with pains, aches.
Yeah.
And that happens. And so I'm recovered now. I was thinking about going to hoop yesterday, but I don't have much energy for some reason today. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm tired but I've had strep and I've broken 2 toes and had 2 sick dogs on separate occasions. So,
well, I mean, clearly compared to shooting basketball, your situation's all kinds of fucked up.
Well, no, if I played basketball, I also would have no energy because I'm so fucking out of shape. I'm just skinny. So everybody looks at me and be like, oh, she probably like works out and like is real health conscious, and I eat probably the worst of anybody that you know.
You said that like it's a bad thing.
What?
The way people perceive you when they look at you because you're skinny.
I mean, it is because it's a misconception.
They look at me and be like, I bet he drank grease for dinner. Fat ass. Look at him. Little bitty ass ankles.
Yeah, but so what happens though is when I do get out of breath going upstairs, or like I do be like, oh shit, I'm about to die. It's like, but you're thin. Being thin don't mean you in shape. It just means that for whatever reason, Jesus decided that the combination of my parents' genes decided that I was just not gonna weigh very much at any given point. I weigh more now than I have ever, and I've actually gained some weight. So I'm actually about to attempt to start maybe exercising, because now I'm kind of like, my weight is kind of continuously rising, and it's getting a little concerning.
You may not be in shape, but you in the shape that humans intended to be in, opposed to a fat ass nigga.
I mean, but through no effort of my own. I'm actually about to have to start putting in effort though, because like I said, I done topped out at like, I'm at about 175 now, and I was at like 140, so I've like gained like 35 pounds. I don't even know where the fuck. And then every time I say that, people like, you don't think you didn't gain your weight? Where you get? It's there. I promise you. And I feel it. So I'm going to have to like either run or something that I can actually do, because I don't like to exercise. So it's going to be, I could do Zumba again. I used to do Zumba. That was fun.
And you know, the thing about me playing basketball is that I'm a big dude. I don't want y'all to get the misconception that I'm very comfortable in my skin. I like my size. I'm good with this size. I do want to work out, lose weight for health reasons, but you know, if I could be heart healthy and be big, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I've been big my whole life. That's cool with me. But on the basketball court, because I'm big, get chosen last. You know, skinny dudes don't take me serious on defense. So I will get them ankles once or twice. I'm very quick for my size, you know. So, but
that's funny.
It is what it is. My juice is minimal. Maybe it'll show up during this episode.
We are still doing the listener letter portion of the show. So if you have a question that you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it in to the website, or you can send it in to our Gmail account, which is conversationconartists with an S at gmail.com. Only question this week is, do you remember your first crush?
First crush. What is definition of a crush?
I mean, somebody that you liked, and usually crushes don't know. Like, it's somebody that you like to a point where you don't want to tell them. So you like them from a distance, I guess. I don't know.
So somebody that you liked from a distance and they don't know?
Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, I think that part of it, the anonymity has to be there for it to be a crush, right? I think.
I mean,
that's
your definition.
Yeah, in my case, it was somebody that had no idea. He probably still to this day don't fucking know, which he don't need to know now. So when I went to a K through 12 school, so that means that people I knew in kindergarten, I fucking graduated with. I didn't even... The concept of like going to an elementary school, then a junior high school, then a high school, I didn't even know that was a thing. I grew up in a very small town till I got to fucking college, really. I wasn't aware that people like went to different schools and like had different sets of friends from these little sets. I had the same friends my whole growing up, so I didn't know that was a thing.
That system don't necessarily give you different sets of friends.
If you end up going to a different junior high school, because sometimes I guess like...
Oh, in a city where it's multiple of those things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. I had a city that had K through 4, 5th and 6th, then 7th and 8th, then 9th through 12th. But I still went through from K to 12 with everybody.
All the same place,
we just went to the next school. But it do take away when you move from the 4th to the 5th grade. It take away friends you might have had that were below you. When you move from the 6th to the 7th grade to a new building, the friends that you had below you then, like that's a little weird situation because you end up going to a different
We all
School.
moved up together, so and like it was all on the same campus. So like I literally saw these people from kindergarten till we graduated. So I won't give his name, but there was this dude, and probably about first grade. He was so nice. Like I've always been real geeky and quiet and shy, and that's who I am. And in first grade, before first grade, I've just always been a reader, and he had these books. His mom had passed away. I think maybe in kindergarten or maybe even younger than that, and she used to read these like Mother Goose type books to him, and he would bring them to school and he would let me read them. And I thought that was so fucking cool. And he let me keep one. And I have no idea what this fucking book is today. It's gone. But had the biggest crush on him and would never tell him because I was shy and geeky. It's just, I think I got really, really close one year when we were finna get out for summer. And I told him I had something to tell him. And he was like, okay, what? And I would never like say what it was. And it was that I liked him. But anyhow, fast forward. He became like somebody that I would never want to talk to. Like in kindergarten, he was just really nice and caring and sweet kid. By the time we got to junior high school, he was playing football and was like one of the school bullies and like was joking on people and shit all the time, including my ass. Because again, I was nerdy and geeky in high school. And he just became like a dick. Like he just became a terrible person. So, I never told him that I liked him, and I didn't like him probably about 12. By age 12, I was like, fuck that nigga, and didn't like him anymore. And now he's like grilled out and just hood as fuck. So it was just not meant to be. But I had the biggest crush on him, like from probably about first grade till he became a dick. By age 12. What grade you in at 12? 6?
Mm-hmm.
6, 7? I'm not good with that adding up the grade.
I work with kids school age.
Whatever grade you in at 12, by then I had stopped fucking with him because he was just mean. He became just real mean because he became cool, and becoming cool for whatever reason. Cool seems like it's synonymous with like being assholes to everybody you deem to not be cool, or at least that was how it was when I was in school. And so I didn't like him anymore after that. And like if you were to see him now, like completely different person than he was. Which people grow and they should be, but like again, he grilled out. I saw him he had a Facebook Live video on Facebook, of course, yesterday actually. And I was like, damn, he is so unattractive now. Like, oh my God, just horrible.
Well, the first crush I remember, I'm going to just go through a series of crushes.
I don't even remember any of the rest of them.
Yeah. The first crush I remember, which I don't know why she was ever a crush. Don't remember any interactions with her. I don't remember anything. For some reason, I think I liked her glasses. I was a real little kid.
Okay.
I think she was one of the few kids with glasses.
That makes sense. That's how little kids deem people they like.
Yeah. Her name was Watavia.
What?
Watavia. That was her name.
That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, she on my friends list, and
that's
I'm pretty sure she don't listen to this. If you listen to this and know her, don't give a rat's ass what you do with the information.
Well, whatever. His name, I give first name. His name Trinez. Yeah.
He was destined to have a grill with that name. It just wasn't no way out of that.
And he grilled out all the time.
And I don't really even remember any crush related shit, to be honest. But once we went to go visit my daddy in jail, which we did for 10, 11 years. He was locked up. We went almost every other weekend. He asked me if I had a girlfriend, and I said Watavia. That's why I'm identifying her as my crush. I don't know why. I don't remember. But in my head right now, I'm just remembering that when she was young, she had glasses. I don't know what the deal
probably
was.
Because that's how little kids, that's what we do as children. So
And when I started undergrad at Auburn, I ran back into her. She was in one of my classes. Like, she had left, moved away, went somewhere else. I don't know where.
Oh, okay.
Her and her brother went, but she showed back up at Auburn. And we had a quick exchange. Might have exchanged some notes or something at one point, but I have no idea. I mean, it was what it was. You know, kids have a different measuring stick by which they determine
they do.
who a crush is going to be. Now, right after that, it's this white girl that had an extreme crush on me. Her name was Nicole.
That's so funny.
I have no idea why. Had no idea then. I don't have any idea now. But like I said, kids have a different measuring stick.
Yeah.
By which they determine if they like somebody or not. She used to just run up and hug me every day, and I just push her away the whole time. Like she was on that I'm finna get me a boy shit, and I was on that cootie shit. You know, like I was like, she can go. And
that's hilarious.
I have vivid images of those times when she would run up to me and hug me in like maybe second grade.
See, I don't think anybody ever had a crush on me. I was so fucking geeky. Like, I really, if somebody did, I never fucking do it. Never do it. Like, pretty sure that never happened. That I know of. I don't think. Like, I was just the person people came to for, like, help with homework or, like, test answers. Like,
she was aggressive for a span of 2 or 3 years for some reason. And when we went to junior high, 7th grade, I remember when you walk into the school building, straight ahead, you could see going down the hallway outside to the snack machine. Mm-hmm. Across from that, it was a set of stairs that take you up to the second level. Mm-hmm. She was walking down, I was walking up, and she said, "Eddie, you done got fat." Last words that I can recall that she said to me.
You said Eddie.
I don't give a fuck. I mean, it's fine. That's my name. Eddie is my name, y'all. Shit. But that's what she said.
She said you were fat?
Yeah. She said.
So it went fat. Real fast from I like you to, oh, you don't like me? Fat ass.
Yeah. She said.
Wow. That's so mean.
I've never been bothered by that shit. Like, I've never been bothered by things like that.
But it's still mean.
It's mean, you know.
That's an asshole. Like, because obviously it wasn't bothering her before.
Well, I wasn't big as a kid. I really kind of got big going from my transition from like 4th to 5th to 6th grade is when I gained weight for some reason. And so, because we went to a different school and we had different schedules, I don't even recall seeing her in the 5th and 6th grade. But in the 7th grade, that's what it was. Never talked to her after that again in any capacity that I remember. But she became a group. She became a group of those girls that was like popular in type situation. But tact was not something that she had apparently.
Little white girls don't necessarily have to have tact in this world.
The next one was Kristen. This is all in elementary school.
Yeah, most crushes. I think high school is half crush. Did I have a crush on anybody? I had a crush on.
And none of these crushes carried past elementary school. I just remember having interaction with these particular girls somehow. The first one I didn't have any interaction with, but for some reason I guess I liked the glasses. The second one I had interaction with, but I wasn't fond of it on my end. And this one, she just really fucked with me real bad. Like, she was borderline bully. You know, but
you had a crush on her?
Yeah. Cause it was cause she would still do stuff like when Valentine's Day come around, all the kids bring cards and stuff, like she'll give me my card personally and stuff like that. Now, maybe that's not the case, but this is what I remember. But I remember explicitly one thing that she did that really was fucked up. I was, kid, we all getting together, finna sit down. She pulled my chair out from under me when I was finna sit down. And I have fully committed to sitting down. You know, it wasn't one of them situations where it's like, oh, you can catch yourself and be like, oh, I fully committed to sitting down. And I hit the floor at like 100 miles per hour. And it wasn't a ha. It was, I hit the ground so fucked up. It was like, oh, shit. Somebody finna fight type situation. And she helped me up. I don't know. Like, I don't know what that was about, you know, but.
You know, that's how I sent my brother to the hospital, yanking a chair for him, but he bit his lip.
Oh, shit.
He ended up going to the hospital.
It can go bad.
Yeah, it can go real bad.
It can go bad. It could be worse. Now, none of these traveled outside of elementary school, you know, as I don't even remember anybody that I crushed on after that. I mean, clearly boys are always going to like the girls that are popular and most attractive. Yeah. So, I mean, I could give a laundry list of the girls' names in junior high and high school that all the boys was feeling.
Trying to think.
I could also go to Facebook and show you what they look like now, and it's not necessarily.
Ain't that crazy how, like, anybody I've ever had a crush on, like, as far as, like, in high school, I look at them now and I'm like, the fuck was I thinking? But they look different then, or they were different then. Like I said, with Shanaz was like a really nice person. He was just a nice kid, and then he became popular, and he saw that, you know, that the girls liked him. He saw that he, you know, was good at sports. He just became an asshole. Like, he became a horrible person. Like, terrible.
Well, it's like everybody at that point have them prepubescent teenage bodies.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that in 15 years when they adult fat and bones go to where it's supposed to be at, it's not necessarily always in the convenient places. You know, so you end up in a situation where it's like, oh, okay, she don't look like she looked in the high school. Let me go. You know,
I mean, now he's still about the same size. He didn't get like big. He still looked like somebody who used to play football. But that face and that grill is terrible.
Well, let me tell you something I noticed. The people from high school that are successful people tend to be beautiful and better looking. The people who ain't did shit and they at home, they don't, you know, they fell off the wagon. I don't know if that's because of kids or because of, I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck.
But like, I can go to all the people from my high school that I knew that are successful in doing something that they want to be doing. Like, they pictures are bright, they glowing, they happy. You know, at least it looks that way. But you can go to the other side of the people who stayed at home, and it's like it's not necessarily the same in every case. Not always, but and I'm not saying that to say that I'm worth a damn right now. You know, I still a fat ass dude. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you want to look at a dude that weighs 325 pounds.
You don't even look like you weigh 300 and nothing pounds. Like, we've been over this. Like, you don't look like you weigh as much as you weigh.
I got adamantium bones, but I can't do the thing that Wolverine do with his.
Oh, get him to go.
Yeah, they don't come out, and I don't have no healing factor. Maybe. Adamantium would be way heavier than that. I wonder how heavy adamantium is.
I don't know.
I wonder how much force Wolverine have to put into jumping and stuff. Because if it's a lot, that's impressive. Or is it like one of those really light alloys? It might be light because Captain America's shield is made out of adamantium, right?
You don't.
It might not be. No, I think it's a different metal from the X-Men universe to the Marvel universe.
Is it? I
don't remember.
That was addressed somewhere. No, is it? I feel like I've seen.
I think it's the Wakanda metal. I think it's whatever metal that Wakanda be having.
That's what it is.
It's not.
I just saw
adamantium is different. Damn, now I gotta go research them metals, and them fake metals don't exist to see how much energy Wolverine got to put into jumping. But what was I finna say?
I don't know. We were talking about how people look different.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, anyway. I look at so I used to be so envious of like the popular girls. I used to be so envious of the girls that all the guys liked. And then I see them now, and I'm just kind of like, okay, I was okay. You know what? And if I have a daughter or a son, if I have kids, period, I want them to and I know it don't matter when you hear this when you in high school, but I just want them to realize, like, you gonna be so surprised when you get out of high school how this shit ain't gonna fucking matter, or like you gonna be so surprised how these people you so worried about gonna fucking turn out. Like, I was like a lollipop for all of high school, like big ass head, little stick body, just could not gain weight. And I used to hate that because, like, the girls with the curves and shit were the ones that people had crushes on and that people were wanting to go out with and shit. And I used to hate that so much. And my mom told me, she was like, you ain't gonna like what that turned into later. She was like, it's okay. And I didn't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? All I know is I ain't fucking getting asked out. Like, I'm little and I can't gain weight and I hate it. Now, I'm okay with just not gaining weight at 32. I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with the fact that I gained 30 pounds at 32 and not 30 pounds at 19. Like, now I've had any kids, so that is a factor as well. And a lot of these people have had kids, and I know that changes shit. But like, it's just crazy. And I tell my teen clients, like, you gonna be so surprised how this shit don't fucking matter. Like, it's everything right now. You're gonna laugh at this shit later. Like, it's nothing.
And your kids ain't gonna listen and they ain't gonna believe you.
No, they're not.
And they're not gonna be able to act on that in the present.
They won't.
What my plan is, if I have children, is to nurture their ability to be comfortable in their own skin. Yeah. Because I don't know what my gene pool gonna spit out. Yeah. I might have a little ugly duckling ass set of kids that have to become beautiful swans later, or I might have some little ugly ducklings that's ugly ducklings forever. Like, these are possibilities.
But see,
people be like, all children are beautiful and gifts.
That's bullshit.
No, they ain't. They like
ugly.
Yeah, all kids ain't pretty.
But see, I feel like I'm prepared to have an ugly duckling child that, like, cause that I was the ugly duckling. Like, I was a weird looking fucking kid. So like, I feel like I can help them through that more so than. And that's no shade to my mom, but I don't think my mom knew what to do. She was just like, no, you're pretty. And it's like, no, I'm not, because all of these other fucking people out here are making me feel like that's not the case. So you telling me that don't fucking help me. Stop that. Like, that isn't helpful. But no, I was an ugly duckling, and I feel like I eventually became a swan. It took a little while, but eventually I got swan-like. I mean, I don't know. I guess swan is in the eye of the beholder, but I'm at least swan-like now. And
I mean, I went from ugly duckling to moderately acceptable, less ugly duckling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no swan level or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with that, and I would want my kids to know that, like, it's okay. Like, I feel like my kids would be like, well, you know, pretty and ugly, those are subjective terms that are
that sounds
specifically
exactly like
referencing to the individual making the claim.
Yep.
So, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
That sounds like something that I would picture your kids saying. Absolutely.
Like, that's what I want my kids to be, like that. You know, so, you know, some people would find me as pretty. Some people would find me as ugly. You know, either way.
I'm just going to show my kids my pictures. Like, this was your mama.
They gonna roast your ass.
Probably. I'm okay with
that. They like, boy, big head ass. You always wore glasses?
Yeah, since second grade. And they were Coke bottle glasses then. They weren't like, they weren't making like lighter, thinner, like glasses for blind ass motherfuckers like myself. So I'm just gonna show, like, this what your mama came from. So it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Because I know you feel like I don't understand now, but I get it. I was there.
Shit, I might have told my daddy you was my girlfriend if I was in second grade with you. With them glasses.
Because you were infatuated by... Well, you know what? In second grade, people were okay with the glasses. Because it was something like, oh, she's got... You know, she's different. She's got... Now, as you progress through high school, shit, the glasses ain't so cool no more. So... I'm sure there were people in second grade that were envious of me for having to wear glasses or getting to put something on my eyes all the time. But like, as you get older, that shit ain't cute.
Yeah, and you realize that means their eyes are fucked up.
Yes.
They are operating at a different percentage than other than 100.
Exactly. That only lasts for so long.
Eyes at 60% out here. He can't even see.
Mine
World
probably
blurry.
about 30%. Nigga, I can't see. I can't. It's terrible. Like,
You can't see close or far, like nearsighted, farsighted. What?
if I put something like right up against my face, I could see it. Other than that, if I ain't got my glasses on,
You shouldn't do that.
shit
If
is
somebody
blurry.
ever give you something to read up close to your face, they finna punch you from behind it.
I always have on glasses of contacts, though, so I don't need to do that. But I'm saying, you wouldn't catch me out. You wouldn't catch me out without my glasses. I have to have a seeing eye dog. I can roast myself. I don't need nobody to do that. Like, I'm blind as fuck. I am. Like, it's bad. It's pretty terrible. Like, I can see colors. And, like, I could kind of, if I've seen it before, I could make it out and I know what it is. Now, if I ain't never seen it before, you put something in front of me I ain't never seen before, I could tell you what color it is. And I could give you a general idea of the shape, but I can't tell you what it is. Like, everything blurs together. Like, there's no clarity at all.
You know, my damn whole family got glasses, but not me. You know, the gene pool decided that good eyes, I guess, would be something that I'd be able to have. Pretty good ears, you know, because I can hear pretty well, you know. But like a part of me think I must got a big one coming for me. I must got a fucking genetic time bomb that's gonna pop off on my ass.
I mean, why you think that?
I don't know. That's just how I am. Like when
when
it comes to faith and religion, like I ain't broken no bones. I ain't had no surgeries. I haven't really had anything that's been problematic. You know, I would knock on wood, but I've been saying this shit for 10 years and ain't nothing happened. So I'd be like, what if God just saving a big one for me? What if he's saving me to, you know, have a big ass box at Walmart fall on my head and I'm paralyzed now?
If you don't die, you be rolling in the money.
I don't know. I don't want to be rolling. I ain't gonna be able to roll in the money if I'm paralyzed.
Your chair be able to roll.
No, it won't. It'll be able to spin and turn. Roll though. What kind of chair you think I got?
I'm saying,
You think I got one of them? You think I got a wheelchair and one of them balls? You know what I'm saying? One of them big ass plastic balls where when you get hit, you just roll around and come back down.
Around in the money. You ride in your money. You won't be able to roll in it.
I'm not doing that.
I mean, I could say I have broken no bones up until
Because I have to have somebody else will have to pick the money up. How disrespectful is that? I'm gonna roll around on the money, where I'm gonna ride around on the money on my wheelchair, and I can't even pick the money up.
That way you pay people. They have to. That's what they get paid to do. Pick your money up.
Hell no.
Well, I had broke no bones up until about 2 weeks ago when I broke these 2 toes.
You ever played the game? You ever heard of the game Deus Ex? I know you ain't played it. It's a game that I like. I'm gonna give a little rundown of the game. It's a civil war going on.
Okay.
In this time and age in the game, there are people who have had like incidents where they lost limbs and have been paralyzed. Well, in this world, they created these systems called augments, where you can get a robotic arm on your hand and it replace your hand. And not only that, but you can like buy extra augments that make it really strong, where you can punch stuff and lift heavy stuff, but you can do that basically all over your body. Okay. Now, the problem that happened is that when these augments came about, a civil war happened. Civil unrest happened where certain groups didn't like augments, you know, because it made people stronger, it made people better, and we weren't supposed to be that. And so somebody hacked into all of the people that had augments, and the augments started killing people. Now the people weren't killing people; their specific parts would like a husband would choke his wife to death while he's screaming, "No, don't! What's happening?" And so from that, it created a whole civil situation, like where augmented people couldn't even be on the train with regular people, you know, and all people who needed augments or wanted augments had to go to the black market to get augments, you know. Why
would you want them after that, though? Like, when you know that you might end up killing folks with it. Like,
this goes into my point. I'm about to answer your question. I'm going to put that money into going overseas and give me some augments, because I can be a superhero out here.
Or you could be a villain unwittingly, because your augment might just start murdering folks.
Well, that just matters on whether the encryption, like they fixed the problem with the augment. Like somebody hacked into it, they realized it was easily hackable.
Oh, okay.
So they fixed the problem.
Oh, okay.
But it didn't fix the fear that people had of people that had augments.
Okay.
I'm just saying all that to say, I'm getting some augments. I'm waiting until that shit is available. Nobody finna be calling me wheelchair on point. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck.
I am going to fix it. But Deus Ex is a game that had the kind of augments that like I'd take them. You attach this thing to your whole spine and then it move your spine for you. Yeah, I can't walk, but this machine can walk for me. I mean, we already got pacemakers.
And
we got a whole bunch of mechanical stuff that keep people alive out here.
They have, what are they called? They're not called augments, though. They're called...
Clanks.
No. What the fuck? What are they called? Shit.
Prosthetic limbs.
Prosthetic limbs. We already had it. They're not, I mean, as fancy as what you're describing, but people have all, you see people with the legs and somebody ran a marathon with the
clanks.
I'm not gonna call them that. That's
he killed his wife.
He killed his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so. I was just. How the fuck you gonna go through losing your legs and get these and doing this amazing thing, running a marathon, then you kill your wife?
Killed his wife and made a run for it.
You know what? I'm not gonna do this with you. I'm not gonna do this with you. Anyhow,
couldn't get away. All they heard was clank, 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 clank.
That is our question.
I'm not done. I got one more.
Okay.
Her name was Nikki.
Okay.
She was at church.
Okay.
And she was, I don't know how many years older than me. But she hung out with the kids. She didn't hang out with the kids, but she was one of the only teenagers that would come around and deal with us to a small degree. Mm-hmm. Enough for me and my friend Ronnie to like have a crush on her back then. I don't remember her name. I don't even think she on Facebook. I don't know nothing about her.
Her name was Nikki.
I mean, like her last name. I don't know how to look for her, nothing like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, I probably wouldn't because I don't care. But
I'm always curious to see how people turn out because I think it's just an interesting.
I'm not curious anymore.
I'm trying to think of. Facebook has made it to where anybody that I would have given a shit about how they turned out, I probably have seen. Like, I don't. And not even in trying to, just people see your name and be like, oh, I know her, and add you. So I don't know that there's anybody that I don't know.
Well, you know, like, I think I've talked about before being somebody who really, really didn't talk that much early on in life. Mm-hmm. Maybe to some of my friends, I talked to people like that. Big Cat, Ryan, Jamal, Buck, Doughboy.
Did you say Big Cat?
Yeah. That was a name the coaches gave him during summer training.
He was fast? Or
well, he was faster than all the big dudes. He was faster than all the big dudes.
Why Big Cat then?
I don't know. It was an old white man. It was probably a reference to something Burt Reynolds did in the 60s. I don't know. It's probably a movie that we didn't know nothing about. Big Cat. You know,
I'm trying to see, is he fast? Is he agile? Like, is there something cat-like?
I don't know. The emphasis was on the big from the coach's perspective. But at some point, they let him run the ball. Like, they tried him at like fullback. So he was faster than all of us. So I don't know if that played into it. I don't know why an old white man would name a young black man Big Cat.
It's weird.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But I talked to a select group of people that I played football with, and maybe a couple of people that I went to church with. But other than that, just kept my mouth closed, you know. So, damn, I forgot my whole point of going into that. Let me see, backtrack. Big Cat, talked to a select few group of people, was quiet. I can't remember what I was finna go into. I was quiet. Which means that earlier on in life I didn't have I was trying to make it something, but nah. It's gone. I'm sorry if you were looking forward to the rest of that shit. It's gonna come back. If it come back, then I'll fool with it.
Well, that was our question for the week.
We went into Facebook. We went into looking for people. Oh, yeah. So, when we went to our team, like, when you look at my Facebook page now, I got videos on there. I got statuses on there. Like, I ain't shutting up on my Facebook. So, I don't know how people from back then perceive me now. It was the same way at the reunion. Like, I was going around, like, talking to people, asking people questions. I guess that's that therapeutic side that's like, you know, let me find out, let me connect, let me do what we supposed to do with these things. Yeah. Because what I found out, it was really awkward, to be honest. It was a whole bunch of people that knew everything about each other from Facebook, and then we got together in a room and we knew as much as could know about people, and so we didn't really have anything to talk about. Yeah. You know, so it was weird, but
I think I'm more talkative now. And I'm way, because I was real shy. I make YouTube videos and help people with their hair and have a fucking podcast. Like, I'm sure that the people who knew me in high school, I mean, sometimes people don't even fucking recognize me because I look so different. Telling you, that swan shit is real.
When I was in the 8th grade, we went on a field trip to Six Flags. And I went on my first roller coaster. It was in Atlanta, Georgia. It was called a Georgia Cyclone.
Oh, that shit is the worst.
Mind you, I've gone on this ride as an adult with my brother. Me and my brother was too big to ride any ride. We went to Six Flags this past summer. He's too tall. He's 6'9". And, like, my shoulders are too wide for the thing to go across me and secure me under it. Right? So we couldn't ride very much, but the first thing we rode was a Georgia Cyclone.
That shit is the worst.
It felt like it was built in the 1900s and should not be existing anymore.
It's the worst roller coaster there. It
felt like midgets was punching my knees the whole time. And I know midgets is a politically incorrect term, but it's what I used. It is like, and my brother, he was real messed up because he had to turn his legs to the side, kinda, and so he was just like twisting and turning on this whole roller coaster. And they are very abrupt jerks and twists. It's a roller coaster.
The Georgia Cyclone is the worst. I hate that. I don't even ride that.
But we went on the Georgia Cyclone, and it was this dude named Santavis I was with, and he was cussing on the ride, and I was cussing, and I can only imagine how the people around us was feeling, because all we were just doing was cussing, and we clearly looked like we was in the 7th grade. He was a pretty small guy. I was a fat, prepubescent, chubby looking thing, and we was on this ride just cussing, so ain't no telling how they felt about it. But when we got off the ride, we went back to meet with the group. He was like, "Hey, y'all, he was cussing." Like, because nobody never hear me talking. They definitely ain't never heard me cussing, but I kind of fed off his momentum and started cussing. Like, it was a feat for me to have been talking or communicating like to him. So I don't know. He's talking now, so I ain't gonna turn it back. But how I would help my kids, I guess, in that sense, is like help them find their voice. I grew up in a family where ain't nobody talk to you. My mom only told me to go to church and come sing these songs. You know, and my grandma and my granddaddy only told me, you know, hey, do this English homework or go out and play with these football. You know, nobody had a real dialogue, conversation to help me think about what I believe and what I think about things that exist in life.
I was just the shyest kid. You met my mom. My mom is the most talkative fucking person in the world. Like, she never stops talking unless she sleep. She just talk. I just was shy. And she could not because she was never. My mom has always been like, she was popular in high school. Me and her are the complete opposite of each other. Like, as opposite as you can possibly get. So she didn't understand me a lot. She tried. I mean, she encouraged me to like find a voice and talk, but I just was really shy. So we had a lot of headbutting when I was growing up because she's this, you know, really energetic, happy, talkative person, and I'm the person that's in the background just observing the room, quiet as shit. That's what I do. I still do that now for the most part. If I'm in a social situation and I feel uncomfortable, I just go to the back and chill out.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
But that's all I got on that, on the letter.
Well, if you have a question you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it into the Gmail account, which is conversationconartists@gmail.com, or you can send it into our website, which is conversationconartists.com. So, yeah. So Beyonce had her babies. And their names are stupid. Like,
they're twins.
They are twins. And the girl is Rumi and the boy is Sir. And there's like this controversy or this question about whether his name is Sir Carter or Sir Carter Carter, because in the announcement she said Rumi and or Sir Carter and Rumi. But I think that Sir is just a stupid first name and it sounds stupid on its own. So she said Sir Carter. I don't think his name is Sir Carter Carter. That would be stupid.
Would it be? Yeah, I was gonna say like
stupider.
She's already set the baseline for stupid.
True,
so,
but it'd be stupider for it to be Sir Carter Carter. I think his name is just Sir. I think it's Sir and Rumi.
Then why wouldn't she say Sir Carter and Rumi Carter?
Because Rumi sound okay by itself. Sir don't.
I don't like the name Rumi.
I mean, I don't either.
It's
very close to my dog's name, Remy. I don't get it, but I like, if I had to choose between Rumi and Sir, it'd be Rumi.
So a room that is not cluttered but spacious is what?
It's Rumi.
Exactly.
But not Rumi. It's Room-me.
Roomy.
Yes. Hers is Rumi. It's Rumi. Rumi.
Oh yeah, I know it ain't spelled like that, but it sound like that.
It does. I mean, look, both names are terrible. I mean, I didn't like Blue. It grew on me. And now I feel like Blue got the best name out of the three of them. She winning.
Blue
out here winning.
Somebody I know got a cat named Blue. Now that makes sense.
Yeah. I can see that.
That's a human.
Yeah.
A human should not be named after colors.
But celebrities just
is blue even the only? Damn, I'm gonna say is blue even the only appropriate color to be called? But you red.
I mean, I'm Calamity Red. And I'm Calamity Red because my hair's red. Ain't nothing blue about Blue Ivy. They just named her Blue.
Is anybody named any other colors? We got Violet.
That's it. I don't think
Magenta.
So. I'm sure it is some black person. I feel like that's...
It was an episode of The Flash that had a villain named Magenta. I don't know. I ain't heard of nobody named Yellow. It's a song by Coldplay, but that's about the size of that.
No, I think that's
Green. Green would be a horrible name.
It would be.
Let's just keep calling money and weed green.
I mean,
Purple.
Sir is right along the line. I don't know why people want to get their kids titles for names. Because T.I. did it twice. T.I. got Major and King. Those are titles.
Is Saint a title?
Saint is Saint is a title.
Sir,
Jerome,
Saint, Major,
Saint.
King.
Yeah.
Well, they rich. They can do what they want to do.
Yeah. Here's my problem is that you and I realize that, like, regular people don't realize that. You know that Sir and Rumi are about to be like the top names for these new babies coming up, and it's like Rumi and Sir won't have to do shit their whole life if they don't want to. They can literally just be like trust fund kids. Your motherfucking kids are going to have to go to college and they're going to have to get a job and they're going to have to put on their college application that their name is Sir. Why would you do that to them? And don't give me that shit about you should be able to name your kid what you want. Yes, you should be able to do. I should be able to get pulled over by the police and not be concerned about dying, but that ain't the world we live in. Like, I don't give a fuck about you wanting to name. You can name what you want to, but you got to understand that they going to get discriminated against possibly.
Sure will.
Because you named them something fucked up because you got to be right and you got to do what you want to do. Not thinking about how they got to live their whole life with this fucked up ass name you didn't give them.
Because he's going to have to deal with a lot of folks fucking with his name. Syrup Carter looking ass. Survey Carter looking ass. Circus Carter looking ass. Like, it can keep going. Like, it's a million ways.
And he ain't gonna had again, Sir Carter got the money to like you make fun of my name. That's okay. I'm about to go to my dad's private island, but you can keep on making fun of my name with your broke ass. But regular sir don't have that to fall back on. Regular sir just gonna have to stand there and take them jokes because it ain't shit he can do. Don't do that to your kids. Like, I know you feel like this is your child, this is your seed, he came from your nut sack, so you should be able to name him what you want. But he is not gonna be a kid forever. He's gonna be an adult having to do adult shit with this fucked up name you gave him because you want to stand on your principles. Go ahead, but you fucking up your kid's life. Just know that. Because if you don't think that employers don't bypass over folks with names they can't pronounce or names that they don't like, you are fucking crazy. If it's between your son named Sir and somebody named John and they got the same qualifications, they're going to fucking go with John. Like, they ain't going to pick Sir. They're not going to pick Sir. Don't do that to your children, please. The fuck? Your kids are as special as what you put into them. They ain't got to have no dumbass name for them to be special. You can have a dumbass name and still not be special because you ain't spending no time with the little nigga. So give me that shit about these names. I can't stand when people name their kids stupid stuff.
I hope they got some decent middle names. Like, what can be between Sir and Carter?
Nothing. Nothing can be between Sir and Carter. It has to just be Sir Carter.
Sir Magnificent Carter.
That's a lot to live up to.
Roomy, spacious Carter.
I fucking hate you so much. I don't think they got no nickname. Because when Blue Ivy was born, they said Blue Ivy Carter. Like, I don't think Sir and Roomy got no middle names. I think it's just Roomy Carter and Sir Carter.
They just wanted the motherfuckers to know that they put Blue and Ivy together. And they sound like something special.
Bic. Like
what?
Bic pen. Bic, them her initials. Blue Ivy Carter is Bic. Like a big pen or a big lighter.
Whatever.
So yeah, so she had them babies. Good for them. Good for her. People already talking shit about her and she didn't really have the babies because she too thin. Her kid. You don't realize that this is Beyonce and she got the means to like. As soon as whatever new technologies or whatever new procedures there are, whatever for you to bounce back quick, she can fucking do that shit. Y'all just press. Like, she looks good. And she ain't lost all that weight. She curvy as shit right now. She lost all that baby weight. So
I don't know. I don't know why people think that you can't have babies and your bodies can like. Some people fall off the wagon when they have babies, but some people can bounce back pretty quick. Like, a woman's body is made to do that.
Yep.
You know?
Some people use, I had a baby as an excuse. I need to rest. And then they just keep the baby weight.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, all them snacks you was having while you was pregnant, you realize they delicious. It ain't easy, is it? Snacks are delicious. Oatmeal cream pies and Star Crunch.
That's all I have to say about Beyonce.
Have y'all seen Sammy Sosa? Have y'all seen Sammy Sosa?
Sammy Sosa out here looking terrible. Does he know how terrible he looks?
No. I think his shit is a part of body dysmorphia. I really think that.
He looks like
just like Lil' Kim. I think when they look in the mirror, they think they look good.
He look like a mannequin. Like he don't even look like a white person. He just looks like a mannequin. His skin tone is like mannequin. Does he look a mannequin?
Look.
This shit looks so fucking crazy.
He went from looking like, just a regular Dominican person.
He's Dominican.
AKA black from across the street. Went from looking like him. Like, until you hear him talking, you won't know. From across the street, be like, look at those black people over there. And then they start speaking Spanish at you. You'd be like,
oh,
where am I? Am I in the Twilight Zone? But because I remember I rode with a Dominican one time somewhere. She looked regular black. She talked regular black. Yeah. And I know that really sound bad to say it like that, but I take it that y'all understand me saying talking black means that she was using a dialect that is understood to be used by black people in an American context.
Yep.
But I was looking at her CDs in the car and it was all Spanish music. And I was saying, you understand Spanish? She was like, I'm Dominican, you know?
I bet her mama had called you to understood right then that she was Dominican, because they slipped real easy into that shit.
Bro, I had no idea what Dominican was at that time. Because I had committed the idea she was black. I was like, what is Dominican? Is that like a political affiliation, or
from the Dominican Republic?
Is that a job? You know, I'm a Dominican. I don't know. I had no idea what it was. I mean, clearly I know now, but
you know when they get around each other, because they slip right into that shit.
So Sammy Sosa went from a regular black from across the street Dominican to Casper the Ghost.
That nigga looks so terrible.
Because he started looking like caulk. You know, caulk, the stuff that I don't even know what you do with caulk. What you do with caulk?
Caulk, in between is what goes in, ain't caulk what goes in between like bricks?
Yes.
Shit?
No.
That's not
It
caulk?
goes in between like maybe wood.
Okay. I don't know.
Some kind of wood. I don't know. If you a carpenter, what the hell is caulk? I ain't gonna Google it. I'm gonna wait for somebody to tell me. Or looking like he took the erasers from the chalkboard and just started smashing his face with it. And now he looked like uncooked chicken. What happened? How do you make the transition from black to white
does look like
to pink
chicken.
white?
That is such a good. Yeah, he looks like raw chicken.
Yeah,
he does.
Like uncooked chicken. How do you go from looking like cooked chicken to uncooked chicken? Like, what did he do? Was regular bleaching not enough?
I think it is a form of body dysmorphia. I really do. Because I don't know how you could look at yourself in the mirror and see that shit and be like, yeah, I'm going to rock with this. This is good.
Yeah, I think that he look in the mirror and he sees what he believes that he should be. You know, and maybe it ain't perfect, because if it was perfect the first time, then he wouldn't have did whatever he did on the second time.
He looks ridiculous. And can you imagine him at his own like family reunion, standing in the midst of all of these brown people, and he just looking like
he ain't invited to the family reunion no more. Sammy ain't coming, y'all. Again, y'all know why. You know they gonna have a family reunion meeting. Y'all know why Sammy ain't here. He don't like his skin. His skin came from all of us, and so he ain't welcome here.
See, I feel like I feel like my family would still invite somebody. Like if somebody in my family did that shit, I feel like we would still invite them and just talk shit about. They wouldn't want to come because we would just talk shit about them the whole time. Like, fuck wrong with you? So you don't want to be black no more, huh? You just decided that you just no more blackness for you. Like, what the fuck? He looks ridiculous. Like, he just looked like other. He now has to mark his, like, he looked like a neuter. He's not black, he's not white, he's not Dominican, he's not Mexican, he's neuter. He's just neuter. He made his own little separate thing. It looks terrible.
It does.
Let him be a lesson, folks. Don't be out here doing that shit to your skin. You made the way you supposed to be made. The fuck?
This is a product of Britain colonizing the entire earth. Convinced a lot of people that white is better, you know. And there was a time in the country where the closest you can be to white, the more that you could get. And that's a very sad thing.
But not like this.
Well, I mean, ain't no way to make yourself black white.
Exactly.
He don't look like nothing but a person that used to be black. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody, like, here's the thing.
He look like he got 100% vitiligo.
If Joe Blow down the street did this and, like, moved somewhere else, I mean, maybe he could do. You're Sammy Sosa. We know what you're supposed to look like. People ain't gonna be like, oh, it's your fucking name is Sosa. Like, no, sir, no.
If Joe Blow moved somewhere else
and looked like
Sammy Sosa, everybody in Walmart would come up to him and put their arm on his shoulder and say, What is it? How long do you have left? What condition got you looking like a goddamn uncooked piece of chicken? What disorder is that?
You can't be Sammy Sosa and change this drastically and think that people just gonna be like, okay, it's still like, no, Sammy, Sammy looked terrible.
I wonder what he said about his skin. Did he ever respond to that?
I don't know.
Don't question me about my skin. We are not going to talk about that on this interview. We'll talk about my pink hat. It is fantastic.
Oh, fuck, Sammy.
Like,
terrible.
What the fuck? How did he respond to that?
I don't know how what you could say. It don't even matter how he respond. It ain't no response for that. Ain't no response. Ain't no acceptable response.
Yes, it is.
What?
It depends on if the interviewer is white or black.
What is gonna be acceptable to white folks?
I don't see color. So they wouldn't be able to tell. They wouldn't be able to tell no way. Like to white people who say I don't see color, Sammy Sosa look the same as they always look to them.
I mean, with him you can't see. It ain't no color to see.
That boy.
He colorless.
The hex code just all zeros.
He colorless. See,
is all zeros white?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm wrong.
Probably black.
Hex code.
What's the absence of color? Is it black or white? Which one of those is the absence of color? That should be.
All F's. That's what I thought. All F's is white.
What are all zeros? I
don't know. Let's find out.
What's the absence of color?
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. I don't know. Yeah, black is all zeros.
Okay. So black must be the absence of color.
Which one is the presence of all color? That ain't
white.
black.
I think white is the presence of all
white is
color.
The presence of all color and black is the absence of all color.
I think.
That makes, I don't know.
Anyhow. Why are we talking about people who fucking up out here?
Any colorologists? Let me know. I ain't looking that shit up. Somebody got to tell me.
I think black is the absence of color and then white is all the colors. I don't know. We probably wrong as fuck. So for all you ride or die bitches out here who just, you gonna hold your man down no matter what. And for anybody who always have a problem when I say I am not a ride or die bitch, let me tell you the story about a young man named Jeremy Meeks. You might know Jeremy Meeks as Prison Bae. So Jeremy Meeks was this light-skinned black man with blue-green eyes whose mugshot went all around the internet as Prison Bae, and people were like, he fine and da-da-da-da-da. He was in there on drug charges, I think. So while he was in, he got a modeling contract. So he get out. Now he's traveling the world modeling. And his wife, who's this white lady, held him down. She held him down while he was in prison. She got in people's face when they was asking if he was single, and she was like, he's married and all of this shit. So Jeremy get out. Jeremy started modeling. Jeremy started hanging out with these rich folks. And Jeremy has upgraded himself to a billionaire's daughter. I forgot the billionaire's daughter name. But he was seen out on a yacht kissing, snuggling, and shit with this billionaire's daughter while his wife is at home raising his children. So what being ride or die got her was nothing really. I mean, she go get child support when they get. He went and filed for separation for her himself. But because she said she was gonna file for divorce, and then he was like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna go get this separation and beat you to the punch." But this is what happens when you decide you just gonna be a ride or die, just stand behind somebody no matter what the fuck they do. He obviously ain't shit anyway.
I mean, I don't think it's about being ride or die. I think this is what happens when you engage in a relationship with the luckiest career criminal that exists. That's what happens. He clearly is the luckiest criminal ever.
He is.
I don't know. I don't have a whole timeline of all the criminals that have done bad things and things done turned out well for them. But this is the clear-cut case of This mugshot got this man a modeling career.
Yep.
And you know what? Shout out to the lighting at the police station. Because, damn, what kind of lighting do y'all have? That picture looked professional grade. Did they just, one of the officers get a Canon with the flash and take some classes in order to, he's like, look, y'all, I'm trying to get into photography. I'm going to start using it on the people that come in, the people that get booked. I'm going to use it on that. Let's see, people going to be able to notice them better. We'll get more calls. I think it's going to be, he gave this man a career.
He did.
Put him out there.
Yeah, he did.
They need to get that officer a damn contract too. Anyway.
I mean, here's the thing. I have always said that, whoever I marry, I'm going to be there with you. If you lose your job, I'm going to be there. We're going to figure it out. We'll work it out. If you go to prison for some dumb shit, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm not. Because you wasn't thinking about this family when you was out here doing this fuck ass shit you was doing to get locked the fuck up. So guess what? Since now I got to raise your kids by my damn self for however long your bid is, no, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. Won't be able to do it. He gets out, gets a modeling job, is able to support his family by legal means, and he fucking leaves his family behind to go be with this billionaire's daughter. Now, hey, if I could date a billionaire's son, that would be amazing. But I don't have a husband and no kids in the house that I would have to leave in order to do that. So now she out here like wondering what the fuck it is she gonna do. I mean, I guess she will get child support in this, but you look crazy now. Cause she was caping for him and was like telling bitches to back off and he's mine and all of this shit when he was still broke. He gets some money and he left her.
Listen, my woman, whoever she is, whoever she may be, plain white tees, she can ride or die for me with the comfort of knowing that she will never be in a position in which she will have to ride or die. Because I don't do that. Like, that ain't like, it won't have to be ride or die. It'll have to be, stroll and be slightly uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the max that you're going to get out of a situation with me. Look, baby, I don't need you to be ride or die. I just need you to be a stroll and be slightly uncomfortable every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Because the extent to something I would put you through, we would just stroll away and you might be slightly uncomfortable.
I mean, he been in and out of prison.
Ride or die is extreme.
It is. Yo, look, I know. Yes, it is. It's
and why is it ride or die? Don't it should be ride and die?
I mean, I think it's I would rather die than to not ride with you. It's either I'm riding with you or I'm dead.
That's what ride or die mean?
I think so.
I thought it just meant get in the car and let's go. And you might die.
No, I think it's ride or die. So I think it's or die because it's like I'm riding with you till I'm dead, which is bullshit. I'm riding with you till you do some shit that'll make me not be able to ride with your motherfucking
What are y'all
ass
doing?
no more.
Playing chicken? What in the fuck are y'all doing to ride? Like, where y'all riding to? I will ride with you until we die. That's Bonnie and Clyde shit, ain't it?
So that means no matter what it is that you do, I'm here waiting for you to do your bid, or waiting for you to finish fucking with that side bitch, or waiting for you to grow up and just like, I ain't finna do that shit. I ain't got that kind of time, and I don't have that kind of patience.
Hood metaphors are ridiculous.
They are. Yes, they are.
All them old ass metaphors, like, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Well, that is horrendous. It ain't ride or die.
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but that is my take on ride or die, is that it is, I'm riding with you, I'm gonna ride with you, or I'm dead. Like, those are the two options. Either I'm with you or I'm dead. It's riding or dying. I ain't finna leave you.
Hell no.
I will leave you. I will 100% leave. I'm telling you right now. Yes. If you get out here doing some fuck shit, I will leave you. Now again, if you get sick, I'm gonna be there. If you lose your job, I'm there. But if you did some illegal shit and you finna get a 20-year bid, Or if the police coming and knocking on my door, kicking in the door because you got fucking drug paraphernalia and some shit. No, I'm not. No, there are some there's some caveats to my loyalty to you. Like, no.
Loyalty with an asterisk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you gonna let them know up front?
Well, you know what? Honestly, I feel like anybody that I date, I wouldn't have to say that to, because I feel like anybody that I date ain't gonna be out. I'm not finna date nobody that's out here gonna be doing 20-year bid type shit.
You think she thought she was gonna be in this situation?
Yes, I do think that.
You think every woman?
No, I think women who date men like Jeremy Meeks knows that it's a possibility that at some point this nigga gonna get locked up.
And you know how I know? And you know how she should have known that? Because he got one gold tooth. Anybody with just one gold tooth where you can see it when they smile, like, it's different if you got a gold cap in the back or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got gold in the back of your mouth.
One of my classmates got a cap in the front. It's a woman.
If you got that, if you chose gold for people to be able to see, you sealed your fate of bullshit.
He been in and out of jail. He been in, like, he did that jail time. He did that prison time. So yeah, I think she did that. I mean, I think she thought that her remaining loyal to him while he been locked up and shit was gonna garner her some points, and so he was gonna in turn be loyal to her as well. That ain't how that shit works. So,
well, you don't get universal rewards from it.
You don't.
You only get a reward from that person by them saying, you stuck by my side.
Exactly.
And then you get to say, yeah, I feel so good on the inside because I stuck by my side. This dumbass person.
I'm a ride or die bitch. Exactly. Until he decide that he want to upgrade this situation. And like, here's the fucked up thing. Only one of her kids is his. Only one of them, everybody think, because she got 2 mixed kids, but only one of the mixed children is his kid. And so he only gonna have to pay child support for the child that's his.
You know, a part of me want to say Eve is credited with that whole ride or die shit. But to be honest, I think it's Juliet.
Juliet?
Yeah.
From Romeo and Juliet. She was a ride or die.
She
ain't
like,
no fucking way. She literally
like,
was a
I think she was the original ride or die.
And you
out
see
here.
how that shit turned out.
What? She died.
Both of them killed each other for no reason, because he wasn't really dead, and then when he woke up and found that she was dead, he killed himself. Or one of the two. One of them wasn't really dead at the time. They was faking it. And shit just went left. But, you know, I don't feel sorry for her.
You know what? He pulled a Jeremy Meeks. He pulled that Jeremy Meeks on her. He knew that. He knew she was going to kill herself. But he killed herself after that. He just didn't know he was going to be as guilty as he was when he woke up. And he was like, fuck it.
Because somebody had gave them some stuff that was going to make it seem like they were dead so they could run off together, but it was some kind of miscommunication. Then they thought that she was dead and killed them. Whoever. I can't remember the order. I haven't read Romeo.
That's too elaborate of a plan for stupid people.
They weren't stupid. Romeo and Juliet wasn't stupid.
If the plan didn't go the way they wanted to, they weren't smart enough.
Yeah.
They might have been stupid. They weren't smart enough.
Just leave your homes and go. If y'all gonna be together, just run the fuck off together.
I'm pretty sure it's something in the story that made it like this the only reasonable way to do this.
I mean, they were supposed to be from the 2 most prominent families, the Capulets and the Montagues. I don't know. Anyhow. Don't be Jeremy Meeks' wife. I don't even know her name. But this is what happened when you a ride or die type of bitch and you with an ain't shit ass motherfucker. Like, that's the thing. Somebody who cares about you ain't gonna put you in a situation where you have to be a ride or die. Like, you out here taking pride in saying that shit. You look stupid. And then you look even more stupid when he shows his true colors. This is who Jeremy Meeks has always been. You're right. He is a con who got lucky as fuck. And he did exactly what I would expect a con to do. He gonna get with this billionaire. And you know what? He probably gonna milk her for all the shit he can milk her for, because that's what con artists fucking do. He's not doing anything that surprises me. Which is why I don't feel sorry for her. Because this is the life that you chose. You could have walked away at any time. But you decided you were gonna be a ride or die and stick by his side and help him through. Okay. Well, now he done moved on, and now you stuck with these kids and just looking stupid. I'm not surprised Jeremy Meeks did this at all. What I would have been surprised at is if this had turned out where he was a model, made this money, supported his family, everything was cool. That would have surprised me. Him doing this, it don't surprise me. I'm not surprised that Prison Bae is a jackass. Like,
I had absolutely no expectations.
I mean, I figured that he wasn't gonna stay with his wife. Once I saw he actually got a modeling contract behind this, and he was going to like fucking, he like hardcore modeling. Like he was at Paris Fashion Week and shit. Like he's like hardcore, like actually modeling. I didn't think he was gonna stay with his wife. I didn't. That was my expectation, was for it to go the way that it's gone. So, yeah, that's just a public service announcement for you ride or die ladies. This is what it can take. And that's not to say that you can be, sometimes you can be ride or die and the shit turn out in your favor. I would just think that the odds is not in your favor of it going in a good way, being a ride or die. I feel like it's a whole lot of ride or dies out here that ain't got shit to show for that riding time they did. So... yeah.
So, the ice cream truck is playing right now. Just on cue, like on Sundays. So I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite? What was your favorite ice cream? Did you ever get ice cream out of the ice cream truck?
Really?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know I can't eat ice cream, nigga.
Oh shit. Popsicle then, nigga. It ain't like you can't eat nothing out the damn ice cream truck. It's called an ice cream truck, but they don't just sell ice cream. So I can still ask you the same question. What was your favorite pop out the ice cream truck? Because it's fucking preposterous to me that people can't eat ice cream. And you know what? You ate ice cream twice that I know of.
And I was in horrific
not the first time.
Oh yeah. I don't know what the fuck happened with that. That was a fluke. But
so don't act like you ain't ate ice cream.
I do.
Regarding me. And two, don't act like I care that you can't eat ice cream because it's preposterous.
You should care.
I care
if
I was
how horrific it
I
is?
would care if I was having an ice cream party and I was going to invite you.
Do you know how difficult this life is without ice cream? Summertime, Alabama, and I've been able to have no fucking ice cream.
Well, you ain't never have no ice cream.
It's still sad. I would like to. And no, because I couldn't have ice. First of all, I lived in the country. It wasn't no damn ice cream trucks. So ice cream trucks wasn't a thing for me until I got to college. And by then, I was very well aware that I could not have ice cream. And I didn't give a shit about the popsicles, so I never went to them.
What kind of popsicles did you eat? Did you eat
those,
like the sticks, the frozen that come in the plastic, all different colors?
Yeah, my mom would get that because she had to get alternatives for me. I like those. What are they? Astro Pops, the red, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
I like
what
those.
About Push Pops, the Flintstone?
I ain't like, cause ain't that sherbet?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's sherbet, and I don't like sherbet. I don't like how it tastes. So.
No idea.
I think Push Pops and the Flintstone Pops are just sherbet. The sherbet. So I don't like those. I don't like how it tastes. I like Italian ice. They don't have Italian ice on the ice cream. That's what I eat now. Like if I go to Brewster's, I will get. I done ate 2 pints actually, in a week.
Fancy.
Blue pop Italian ice from Brewster's. How is that fancy? That ain't fancy.
Yes, it is.
How is it
it's
fancy?
Italian. Italian shit is fancy.
I would much rather have some regular ass ice cream.
Ever seen lasagna? You know we eat in America, we eat hot dogs. The end of a hot dog look like an anus.
What kind of ice cream did you get off the truck? Because I'm not going into this ass talk with you today.
I'm just saying, when you compare American food to Italian food, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is clearly a difference.
Oh, my God.
All right, bologna.
Yeah.
Bologna.
Just leftover shit.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti's delicious.
Exactly.
It's wonderful.
So,
it's pretty amazing.
I always used to get them stupid ass looking Mickey Mouses and Donald Ducks.
Don't they not look like it when
Never,
you open it?
ever do. They look.
I've seen videos about it. I've never
they look
actually
horrible.
seen one. They never like look like the ice cream.
But the ice cream truck is gone.
Yes.
So, Umar Johnson.
This nigga.
What do y'all know about Umar Johnson?
Yeah, he a stupid ass, hotep ass nigga.
He is the. What do I want to say? He considered himself a Pan-African.
He a hotep ass nigga.
And people call him the leader of the Anchorite.
Ankh.
right. And
Because I thought you said ain't right. I was like, what? It's Ankh. Sorry.
Never heard anybody say it.
Ankh?
Yeah,
Ankh.
I just see it.
I was gonna get a Ankh tattoo, but it was just real cliche. So
Oh, you would have fucked your life up if you would have did.
I already get soul sister and earth
say,
mother and all of this shit
you
when I'm
would have
out.
fucked.
So if I had an Ankh
yourself
tattooed
up.
on me,
You would have never.
I'd have had hotep coming out of my ears. So I changed my mind about it, but it's Ankh.
Ankh, okay. Correction. Ankh, right? And he was on the Breakfast Club as to making some comments about interracial dating and marriage. Well, marriage more so than anything. He was saying that marriage is a political decision. If you are a black man that marries a white woman, you tell me something about yourself. You tell me that you can't truly be down for the black struggle if you don't marry a black woman. He said the best thing that a black man can do is marry a black woman.
We just had this conversation. This is so funny. That question was, can you be woke and have a white wife? And I said that hotel people would probably say no. This is the exact same thing. Because they can't separate it.
To me, it's an indictment and a passive aggressive attack on men that have chosen to date white women.
Or marry white women. Yeah.
Or marry white women. And for what it is, I can't stand it. Because it's just a part of a continued rhetoric to distances black men from one another. Like, he's supposed to be somebody that considers himself a leader of something. How can you be a leader of black related things when you're willing to isolate and seclude an entire population of black people in the process?
Because he's only a leader of the black related things that he deems black related. By his definition.
Man out here wearing dashikis and considering himself African. Africans don't consider you African.
Hell no. Do African Americans know how actual Africans look at us?
I don't know.
I don't know if like
think he
African Americans like recognize how we are deemed by like actual Africans. That's funny. Yeah. I think they hate when we wear like or attempt to wear like traditional garments shit because they don't think we have
I ain't wearing no.
I don't wear like.
I ain't wearing none of that shit.
Like, you know, I like some of the African prints, but not because I want to like, like I feel like it somehow connects me to my roots. I just think I like some of the prints, but
People talking about wearing some damn dashikis to Black Panther. First off, where the hell you go to buy dashikis?
I don't
2,
know.
how do you spell dashiki? 3, like I ain't gonna. If I'm gonna buy dashiki, I gotta look up the history of it. I gotta look up what the colors mean. I gotta look up what the symbolism means in it. I ain't with all that. I'm gonna go find me some damn cat ears.
I know, right?
Go to see Black
That
Panther.
would be so cute. Yes, now I have to get cat ears. I have to invest in some cat ears before we go see Black Panther.
Go find something. I'm gonna wear something commemorating.
Could wear a cat suit? No,
Not a whole cat suit.
No
Birthday suit.
birthday suit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean a birthday
Butt
suit?
naked.
You will go to jail. Don't do that.
No birthday suits.
No birthday
to
suits.
Black Panther.
No.
But I'm gonna do something different.
I want to get some cat ears now.
Get some.
I'm gonna get some cat ears. Have my fro picked out. Have my ears sitting on top of my fro.
You need to get one of them combs with the black fist on it.
I got one.
Yeah,
I already
you
got
need
one.
that.
I got to pick. I have to pick my hair.
I don't have hair.
I have a
got a
black-
beard. It'll be real stupid to put it in my beard though.
I have a afro pick with the black fist. I do. Pick my hair out with it regularly.
I bet people gonna be coming there just like Black Panthers, like with
Yep.
berets on and dressed in all black.
And you know it's gonna be so many fucking police officers there as well.
I saw a story that's a meme on Facebook. Well, I saw it said that they got over 4 hours of unedited Black Panther footage.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like the person on Twitter was like, I want to see every single bit of that 4 hours. Don't edit none of that shit. Like, you know, if it was a movie that I would sit in and watch 4 hours of, it would be Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'm so excited for that movie to come out.
So
but
we
Umar
know who
Johnson,
Roland Martin is.
Oh yeah, admit the ascot king.
He looked like a pug.
And wear ascots all the time. He looks like a pug. He does.
He do look like a pug.
He does.
I mean, people like pugs, so that ain't necessarily offensive.
I mean, but it's like they so ugly till they cute, so it's
Well,
still kind of offensive.
Pretty and ugly are, you know, subjective terms that in the eye of the beholder.
Okay,
you know, so
don't give me your kid's answer.
So you know. Look like a pug to me. Look like a prince to somebody else.
Don't nobody think no prince look like a pug, or pugs look like princes, but they're so ugly till they're cute. I think they're cute.
That don't even make sense.
But they are. I wouldn't want to date a pug, but I think they're adorable.
That's because a pug is an animal.
But I don't want to date nothing that look like a pug. Like, I don't want a human face that reminds me of a pug. But they're cute, and I would own one, and I would have one in my home, but not if you're not about your man face looking like a pug. Like, no.
Omar Epps look like a pug too.
He does not look like a pug.
Yes, he does.
I think Omar Epps is attractive, and he does not look like
he
a pug.
He do look like a pug. His eyes is too far apart from each other. His head round.
Omar Epps does not look like a pug.
He do look like a pug. He just look like a dark-skinned, more attractive pug than Roland Martin. Roland Martin look like a real pug.
He really does.
Omar Epps look like a movie pug. If Pug was a movie star.
Umar Johnson had a conversation with Roland Martin.
So, I don't know why he would agree to this.
I don't know.
But clearly Roland Martin challenges these things. Mm-hmm. So, after he went on the Breakfast Club, I'm using my hands so much in animated. Y'all can't see it. I don't know what the hell this is, but I'm doing it. So, he went on the Breakfast Club, talked about interracial marriage, and people started roasting him after that. Mm-hmm. Every time he do something, people roast him.
Yes.
Your degrees ain't real because he talk about having 3 degrees. You wasn't never a child psychologist because he always talk about being a child psychologist.
He calls himself Dr. Umar Johnson.
That means just Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Pepper, same category. You know what I'm saying? So he get on Roland Martin's show, and Roland Martin got a panel of 3 people. Clearly, one black Republican, one woman that I don't think she's a Republican, but I don't think she's trying to hear none of that shit he talking about, and one dude that somewhat identifies but ain't really trying to hear it. So Roland asked him all of these questions. So where you get your degrees from? And he had a well thought out, I done read this 30 times before I came on this show. I communicated it. He said, okay, are you a child psychologist? Yes, you can call the board. Pennsylvania, blah, 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 child psychologist. Are you really a relative of Frederick Douglass? Because that was another big criticism. He keep calling himself an ancestor of Frederick Douglass. And the Frederick Douglass Institute released a statement that said Umar Johnson is not a descendant, but he also really does not use the word descendant in interviews, but he doesn't correct people when they say descendant, you know? And so he gave a whole story of his lineage, talking about cousin Stephen from the books that Frederick Douglass wrote was his great something up there. And it's hypothesized that might have been Frederick Douglass' brother because they grew up on the same plantation and their mama was raped by the same, blah, 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 blah. So he answered all the questions laid out. And then the interview went to shit because that dude came out there and said, "You're a liar." That's the first thing he said to Umar Johnson. "You are a liar." And he said, "Well, you're a coon." And Roland Martin said, I will not have anybody using racial slurs on my show." And he said, "Well, your guest called me a liar. You should really, make sure this dialogue is fair for everybody." He said, "Well, nobody will call anybody on here a coon or nigga or any racial epithet towards another black person. Like, I think it was unfair that the dude called Umar Johnson a liar, and the only thing Roland Martin would say that you can't call him a coon. He should have went at both of them. Like, I feel like an appropriate interview go at both of them. But to me, that indicated that Roland Martin ain't buying the shit that Umar Johnson is selling either. Not. He was just putting on the facade of being objective, and then he put these people over here that was gonna roast him, and they roasted his ass. And all he just wanted a good situation for him. Oh, he asked him about the school, the money for the school. Apparently the building that he was going to buy previously was bought, but people went to look up whether he had ever put in an application for that school, and he didn't have the application for it. It's just so many questionable things around Umar Johnson. If Umar Johnson wants to believe what he wants to believe, that is fine. You know what I'm saying? And if he want to go on YouTube and create a following, because there's plenty of dudes on YouTube that ain't saying I'm buying a school, that ain't saying I got a PhD and these degrees, and ain't saying that I'm a ancestor of Frederick Douglass, that got a crazy following. Yeah. That stupid ass dude, Yachty.
Oh my God.
He ain't got shit. He ain't even got sense. And he got a following on YouTube.
Yeah.
And on all kinds of other media.
But I think Omar wants to get this national attention that I don't think YouTube is enough for him. I think he wants to be invited on the Breakfast Club, and I think he wants to be invited on, what is it, News One? Is that Roland show? I think he wants to do those things, so he gotta be outlandish and say all of this bullshit in order to do that, because I don't think YouTube following is enough for him.
But I don't think it's bullshit. Like, I think it's what he believes, and the thing is, you
can believe bullshit.
I'm just saying.
He crazy.
It's a difference between believing bullshit and using bullshit for your platform. I don't think he's using bullshit for the platform. I think the shit that he believes happens to be bullshit.
But he
believes it. You know, and he is, the thing that I give him credit for is that he's charismatic. He's passionate about what he speak about, and he knows how to draw in a crowd. Mm-hmm. But so do clowns. They do the same shit. Moms do it without words. You know what I'm saying? Like, all those things don't make him something.
No.
You know? But the thing is, from my perspective, if you look at Martin Luther King Jr. and you look at Malcolm X, they had the same destination in mind, different journeys, different paths, different directions. And if Umar Johnson got a big enough following that will collaborate with another group that's trying to take black people to the same place, that's fine. The question I have for Umar Johnson and anybody that may follow him is, where is Umar Johnson trying to take black people? Is he trying to take black people to this utopia where only black people exist and everything is all great and all fantastic and all black? You know, because right now, if Umar Johnson took every black person in America to somewhere that was all black, what would it be? It wouldn't be African. No. And he's rejecting America. You know, so my question is, where is he trying to take black people? It sounds like he's trying to take black people to a cult. I feel like if you look at leaders, even David Banner, Jesse Williams, I feel like these people are trying to take black people to a place where the conditions under which they exist are better conditions. But I feel like Umar Johnson is trying to take them somewhere where he can be regarded as some kind of special leader. I don't know if that's the case, but like his rhetoric and the way that he has it, it makes me feel that way.
Yeah.
In his dialogue. So, I don't know. But I don't like Umar Johnson. And I had a dialogue with a guy on Facebook that I'm in a group with. And I tried to give him a chance. But I'm going to make a reference to something I heard somebody say about this Trump and the Russia investigation. Because I'll be watching CNN and they have some good ass metaphors. Van Jones be giving out metaphors. This ain't his. Van Jones. This ain't here. Van Jones is okay now. He ain't all right. My new guy on CNN is Bakari Sellers in terms of who makes the most sense. But Van Jones, he straddled the fence so much now that like he say some stuff that's really off-putting to the ideals of Democrats. He say a lot of shit off-putting to the ideals of Republicans, but like some of his rhetoric don't fit for me. But he got metaphors out today's. Like he's calling the Russian investigation a nothing pickle on a big nothing burger. You know what I'm saying? But what this dude said was that the Russia investigate, like all of these different isolated Russia contacts in themselves and nothing but like they like sticks. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But once you start stacking them sticks on top of each other and they start building up, you got a pile of something.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is, but you got a pile of something. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going on with Umar Johnson. When you think about his extreme views, you can have those. That's one thing. When he talk about this school that he's collecting money for and he don't have, when you talk about how critical he is to black people, when you talk about this rhetoric that separates and isolates black men, you know, once you start getting into all the when he feels so necessary to utilize Frederick Douglass in his dialogue, he don't have to do that, you know. When you start putting all these things together and stacking them on top of each other, it looks like something that's not natural. It looks like something that's not normal, and that it just don't make sense to me. Like, he don't have to do all that stuff. He's charismatic enough to just use his voice and his thoughts and his beliefs to move forward, and he can maybe use that stuff later, but he introduces that stuff with you. He introduces being a child psychologist in his dialogue. He introduces being a ancestor of Frederick Douglass into his dialogue. He introduces, I got this school coming. He introduces all of these things because it seems like he don't feel like what he got to say is enough.
Yeah.
And if you believe what you got to say is enough, you don't need all that shit. Look at YouTube as a whole. There's a lot of people ain't got no kind of credentials or nothing that become a value voice to a specific group of people for something. And so I just ask people who follow Umar and, you know, anybody that can help me understand, what is he trying to seek? And is it different from what these other groups are trying to seek? Like, I want to bet, me personally, I want a best black experience in America as I can possibly have. I'm not interested in going to Africa. I'm not interested in being isolated. I'm not interested in leaving behind anything that my ancestors helped build off of their blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah. You know, in order to just have black. Like, that's what it is. Like, but that's my view, and I can have that. You know, and sometimes Umar Johnson might represent a little bit of that. Somebody like Jesse Williams might represent most of that, you know. But how do you feel about Umar Johnson? Let me know. Let me know. Give me some dialogue about Umar through the email or on Facebook page or Twitter or Instagram. Don't care.
Anywhere. Y'all mad at Jay-Z? Or you're not, y'all. I love 444. Let me just say that the album as a whole, the song 444 in particular. But like, these rappers are really in their feelings about this album. Like, here's the thing. For anybody that's like, oh, he talking about not putting money up to your ear and all of this and not going to the strip clubs and shit. He's almost 50. Of course he did that when he was younger, but Hov did that, so you don't have to go through that. Like, y'all act like he ain't supposed to grow and become something better. Like, of course you do shit when you younger, that when you get older you tell your kids not to fucking do, because hey, don't do that shit, it ain't gonna turn out good. He shouldn't still be talking about doing all of that bullshit. He should be speaking against it and saying how it doesn't build wealth and it doesn't build generational wealth, cause it fucking don't. Like, all of these people who in their feelings and shit just don't make no sense to me about that. Like, of course he doesn't do that shit anymore. He shouldn't. If he did, it'd be a problem. He almost 50 still taking Instagram pictures with money up to his ear, or like piles of money. And like, here's the thing, I don't think it's a better example of why they're so stupid than what fucking what is his the he's not a the boxer Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather got all this damn money, and now it then came out that he behind with the IRS and he trying to use this fight with McGregor to pay for his back taxes. You got all this money and you constantly on the gram and on Twitter and everywhere flashing all this money that you got. Money team, you throwing money and you and all this shit. But behind the scenes, you not doing the shit you supposed to do with your money. And that's the only point that Jay-Z had, is that you need to just be smart with the money that you get, that you need to be trying to build something with this shit instead of just fucking spending it. And I was not expecting so many people to be so butthurt about it, but they were. And I was just like, really? Like, y'all really, your feelings about that one little line, huh? Just like, well, he's saying that and he did it. Yeah, he did, but he's 40-something now. The fuck, yeah. Like, a lot of us do that. And you tell your kids to not do the shit you did because you learned that it was stupid, or that it wasn't the way to do it. And so you tell people how to do it the way that you learned is the right way. That's what he's doing. So I'm not really sure what the fuck the problem is.
Just a stagnant mentality as it pertains to a subpopulation in the black community. You know, those that worship rap and worship the aesthetic value of looking good, having the shoes, the Jordans, having the chains, having the money, being able to show it off. But the stuff Jay-Z is talking about are things that you can't see.
Yeah.
It's like guns and butter. You know what I'm talking about? From Baby Boy.
I don't remember Baby Boy.
You don't remember Baby Boy? Ving Rhames gave him a speech about guns and butter. And it was basically a speech about, you know, the kind of money you can see versus the kind of money you can't see.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, like, art is that kind of shit. Like, Jay-Z talked about a piece of art he could have bought or something like that.
Yeah, he said it was a building he could have bought that he did and he felt stupid. But he did buy art and it doubled and then tripled in value over time. Like, that makes perfect sense. Like, and again, it's like, instead of taking that as a lesson and like applying it, you want to get offensive or get offended and defensive.
Oh shit! It's like that episode of Atlanta, the Trade Up episode, where he went to the pawn shop, trading in his phone because he needed $200 today. Got the sword to go, and then he went and traded with some Asians for a pit bull.
Then he was like, and the dogs are gonna come.
And he took the pit bull, and it was $2,000 to $4,000, but that he wasn't gonna get
until the baby
came. Like months later.
I need it now.
And what he said in that moment was, my girl needed that money. My daughter needed that money. I need to eat today, not in September. You see, I'm poor. And what poor people do is focus on not being poor. They don't have time to focus on investments. And I feel like that's like a perfect metaphor for the ideology that Jay-Z has versus the ideology that all of these men that were just poor.
Yeah.
They were just poor however many years ago, and now they got all of this money.
Yep.
And they still have that mentality of focusing on not being poor rather than focusing on how to stay and maintain wealth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the biggest problem is that not being poor seems to translate into looking like you're not
and
poor.
Buying these chains with these medallions on it that don't make no damn sense. Everybody want to get a medallion that look like them with diamond. Like, what the fuck is the point of that shit? Like,
okay. Don't matter what the point of it is. A rapper give you a blank check to get just a chain with a medallion on it. What are you getting? That's all you got. He said, look, this blank check is for you just to get a chain with any kind of medallion on it you want. What is it?
For him or for me?
For you. You getting it. I'm
just going to write the check and can I just keep the money? Do I have to get a chain?
No, it's just for a chain.
And a medallion.
If you don't get a chain with a medallion on it with that check, then he going to kill your family.
God damn. A paw print.
A paw print?
Yeah, dogs.
A dog paw print?
Yeah.
Damn.
I wouldn't get myself. The fuck I want to look at myself for? I see myself.
I didn't say get yourself. It's so many things.
I can't. That would be the first thing. I got a paw print hanging from my my thing of my car now. My visor. Like, yeah, probably a paw print. I can't think of it. First of all, I think it's stupid. Like, I wouldn't spend money on jewelry, but if I absolutely had to, it would be very hard for me to come up with something. So I'd probably just get a paw print.
I feel like I get a blinged out Mega Man.
Okay.
Mega Man hanging on my motherfucking chest. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. Yeah. And again, I know that you have to go through that stage of, okay, I ain't had money, now I got money, and it feels good to be able to buy whatever I want. And I don't think Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z's point is you have to get past that stage. Because he did do that shit. But he, at some point, got past that stage where he realized, like the example he gave, he could have bought a building in a place that wasn't developed, and then it would have been worth triple what it was worth at that time had he bought it, and he could have, made some profit. Over time, he learned, he got away from that being poor shit to, I don't want to go back to being poor. Like, okay, now I'm not poor. I don't ever want to be poor again. How do I build this wealth and sustain it so that I don't go back to that? Because I think these rappers that are upset right now, they just focus on the now. And it's not a concern about not going back being poor because they don't think that shit can happen. Shit happens every day, B. Like, motherfuckers go broke every day. Or it's like with Floyd Mayweather, motherfuckers don't pay attention to their finances, don't pay the IRS, and then one mistake with the IRS could cost you all the money you got. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be out here like Lauryn Hill and shit, doing concerts and shit, trying to pay them motherfuckers back. So wealth is fleeting. If you are not doing something to maintain it and build it, it can be very fleeting. One fuck up could fuck all everything to shit. So, I don't understand why they got offended enough where they want to make videos and do these little rants and shit. Like, nigga, hush.
Well, just for comparison's sake, I don't think it's a fair assessment, and I'll connect this later. I don't think it's a fair assessment to say, to compare rappers to Tupac.
Okay.
The reason being is because Tupac was more a revolutionary. He was somebody raised by Black Panther. He was bred to be aware of social justice issues. He wasn't somebody that was just spouting out stuff for attention. It's because he really wanted change, and he tried to use his voice to do it. Didn't work out well for him.
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z, even though he was a rapper and he was poor, I think
he sold drugs and killed folks.
I still think that he's always been business minded enough to be a businessman that rapped, instead of a rapper that has to dabble in business. Yeah. And I think that's what most rappers are. They are rappers that end up having to dabble in business. If you listen to Jay-Z albums, he paints himself as a businessman, even in his early days of selling drugs. Yeah. Somebody who was about that, business life and building something for himself, as evidenced by building everything he built.
Yeah.
And it's only been an incline for Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Only been an incline. For a lot of people, it's been a rocky type road, but for Jay-Z, it's only been incline. So, like, in a way, I think it's unfair to expect a lot of those rappers to do that.
I guess it's not even about like necessarily doing that, but it's like I don't understand why they can't take the lesson for what it is. Like, may not necessarily be Jay-Z, but I don't know why they took it as him shading them. Like,
it's perceived as criticism. I mean, it's really easy for somebody with less than Jay-Z got, which is everybody, to say, except Puff Daddy, to say, he bragging, and he telling us what he got and what we don't got, and he talking about what he did to get what he got. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the world that rap lives in.
Stupid.
It lives in that world of perceiving things as threats and perceiving things as disses. It don't matter how it meant. They gonna take the worst interpretation of it and act upon that.
I mean, I'm sure Jay-Z is not giving a fuck about it because this shit went platinum and he good. I love the album. I listened to it multiple times. 444 is one of my favorite songs. I also like the story of OJ, and I like the video for the story of OJ. I also like that song, I think it's called Smile, with his mom on it, talking about her struggle with being a lesbian and having, not feeling like she could be herself, and like that song. So I like the album.
I hadn't listened to it. I listened to the story of OJ. And I went back to try to find out where that quote even came from.
What quote?
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Oh, I think it's from, did you watch the...
I didn't, but I was wondering if that was only a quote from the movie, or if that... like I was reading on it, and they were saying that, you know, amongst the friends of OJ, they said he always said stuff like that.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Yeah, so
all right. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. I mean, I like 444. I like when Lemonade came out and there were rumors that Jay-Z was gonna write a response. I was really not here for it because I thought it was gonna be like song after song after song that was gonna be like Song Cry. You remember Song Cry?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be a bunch of song cries on an album, and I did not want that shit from Jay-Z. I am pleasantly
instead
surprised.
of a bunch of apologies, it was a bunch of ownership.
Yes.
Which is a difference.
Yes.
Which makes the difference between, because it is a reply of sorts.
It is, but it's not.
It's his down shortcomings.
Yes. And I like that. I like the album. I like it as a response to Lemonade. I like Lemonade. I mean, and you know, I think it's cool that he finna go on tour while Beyonce sit at home with her kids and get a break.
I saw a meme that said 3 fire-ass albums was made on the elevator that night.
A seat at the table,
Mm-hmm.
Lemonade, and 444.
Like, damn, son.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like Beyonce was like, if you don't make this album, it's over. And it better be some good shit. I'm taking your kids. I wonder would Jay-Z have to make more money? I don't know. Beyonce is in the pop world too. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z would have to make more money off of his assets and shit, like like owning the basketball team and other stuff.
Yeah,
because I feel like music wise, Beyonce would make more money than him.
She does. She has to.
Yeah,
because hers got crossover appeal.
Spousal support.
She wouldn't even need it. That's what's so fucked up. Like, she don't even fucking need it.
A lot of people don't need shit after when they try to get it from folks.
True.
That's the pettiness seeping out.
Just money on top of money. Like, she could literally put his support back and just give it to the kids when they home. Like, put it in a savings and just, you can do whatever the fuck it is you want to do with it when you get older type shit.
They won't need no savings.
I know what I'm saying, but it could just be their money. Like, this my money. If I was a billionaire mom, this is my money. This is my money. This ain't your money. So I would take the check.
You gonna Jackie Chan your kids?
What do you mean?
Jackie Chan said ain't not a penny of his money going to his son.
That's
because he didn't earn it. None of it.
I wouldn't be that far, but I got money, you don't. Like, it ain't no, they don't need no accounts. Yes, they do, because they broke. I'm the one with the money. So I would take their dad, like, if I was Beyonce, I would take his checks and put them in accounts just for them and let it stack up. And this what you got to, like, start off with is this. Because this all, and I would, like, take care of the bills and buy their clothes and shit myself while they in my house. But, like, at 18, this is your money. You know, make a way. Because this is my shit. I built this shit. You just here.
You're like, sorry, mom. I'm wait till you die.
That's when you gonna get it, is when I'm dead. As long as I'm here, this my shit. So I would put it in an account for them.
It's okay.
to
Maybe
have,
sooner than later.
for them to start their life. But like, each one of them would get an account and it just be all the money they dad been sent them. Because she don't need it like right now to take care of them. She paid for everything herself. So that would literally just be their money. Like, their child support would literally go just to them. I wouldn't even touch it. I just put it right in an account. And that's what you got. Because you ain't rich. I'm rich.
That shit'll be so ugly. The
What?
richest people with the most assets fighting over like custody and shit like
yeah.
that. They'll have the look, boy. That shit'll be messed up.
Yeah.
I bet Beyonce got receipts, boy. I bet she got screenshots. I bet she got so much shit.
That's what we do. That is what women do. We are the best detectives in the world. Keep shit.
One, not better than Batman.
Oh my god.
Two,
Batman is
she
fictional.
don't have no receipts on
Women
me.
are real.
I don't.
We the real superheroes.
I don't do shit that have receipts. So,
but 444 is amazing. If you haven't, you can actually download it for free. You can't get like the extra, like Blue Ivy song, and you don't get the video, the behind. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to mention. He's releasing these behind the scene videos for each song. I didn't see, you saw the one for OJ where they were talking about the black folk. I didn't see that one. I saw the behind the scenes for 444 where he had all of these like black male celebrities talking about their failed relationships, and like he had Chris Rock, he had Jesse Williams, he had who else? The dude that's on Tracy Ellis Ross's husband on that show.
Anthony
Anderson talking about his he just had a bunch of black men just taking responsibility for their end and they failed relationships. It was like a round table discussion with them. It was pretty cool. Like I like that. I'm gonna have to wait till the shit it's on like YouTube or some shit because I ain't got title. But I did get to see that one by chance. So, but I'm with this album. I'm with his concept for it and the way that he's handling it. And I think people, just gonna be mad, and that's okay. I'm sure he don't give a fuck because again, it went platinum like 2 hours after it came out of some shit, like something ridiculous. So Jay-Z ain't bothered, Beyonce ain't bothered. They rocking with their little crazy ass named twins, and he about to go on this, I think it's a 39 city tour that he's doing. So shout out to Jay. He's my birthday twin. We were both born on December the 4th. So
okay,
yeah,
congratulations on that.
I mean, it don't matter.
Exactly.
Just thought I'd throw it out there though.
I ain't got nothing else. That's it.
I think that was it.
I was gonna talk about DeRay McKesson.
Oh.
Who thought that they put a blue vest on a ape in the Planet of the Apes. And
that it was supposed to represent him.
Yeah.
Who is he, first of all?
Just a prominent Black Lives Matter figure that he originally was getting arrested and just speaking out, and he was getting invited to not Fox News, but CNN and MSNBC just to talk about what the movement doing. Then he ran for either city council or mayor or something in Baltimore, and I think he won that, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was superintendent of the school system.
But from that, he thinks that a major blockbuster film would have put some representation of him in it to talk shit about him by making him a monkey?
What it sounded like was a lot of people, he said, from Hollywood and on Twitter gassed him up. But if a lot of people have never seen the original Planet of the Apes series, then I guess it's still a reach.
It's a leap.
It's a reach to just assume that's what it's about. But, the people who watched the original film were like, no, this is just paying homage to the original movie where all the apes had vests, which didn't make sense because where did they get these from?
They're talking, walking, but functioning apes that they made them.
They still had a primitive culture in that movie. They didn't have factories and shit. How did they make all these vests? Is what I'm saying. Don't make sense. So I watched the movie. Mm-hmm. It's a great movie. It is very emotionally complicated.
Okay. Don't ruin it. Don't give spoilers.
Takes you down there. So watch it. If you ain't seen this whole series, watch the whole series. This is the last one.
Cool. The only other thing I was gonna mention just quickly was Nelson Ellis. I think we talked about him dying on the live show. He played Lafayette on True Blood, but at the time I did not know that he died from complications with alcohol withdrawal, and I just wanted everybody to know that alcohol withdrawal is the most dangerous withdrawal symptoms that you can get. You probably think it's some kind of hard drug, but it's alcohol, and you can die from complications of. He just decided he wasn't gonna drink no more, and you literally cannot do that. If you have had a heavy drinking problem, you can die from just trying to stop cold turkey. It's not something that you can do. Your body has become dependent on it to a point where you can get the DTs, which is little seizures. It's very serious. So he died from heart complications, but the heart complications were brought on from alcohol withdrawal. So just a PSA in case y'all didn't know. If you got somebody in your life who got a heavy drinking problem, it's a little bit harder than just put the bottle down. With any drug, any substance use disorder, it's a little bit harder than just saying don't do it no more. Your body becomes dependent on these things, and it's a serious issue. And get help. Don't try to do that shit on your own. Don't just stop drinking cold turkey. Be out here fucked up.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. That's all I had, though.
Well, that's all I got. Anything else on your mind?
Nope.
Well, until we come to the next conversation.
We out.
Holla.